Good evening, everyone. Welcome to What Does the Bible Really Say? Global Bible Reading with Angel and Joseph Bracco. Today is January 25th, 2024, and my name's Angel. Number one, original OG of the Misfit Army Disciples and founder of One Blood, One Blood, Bread Mox Ministry, and the Misfit Army Disciples. Our mission statement is to seek and save the lost, protect the weak, and those who are unable to protect themselves, and plant seeds by spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ. This is the What Does the Bible Really Say Global Bible Reading. We are currently on part 104, 104. We're in the book of Joshua, chapter 19 and 20, and I will be reading from the NIV version coming from Bullhead City, Arizona. Joshua 19 and 20. Allotment for Simeon. The second lot came out for the tribe of Simeon, according to its clans. Their inheritance lay within their territory of Judah. It included Beersheba or Sheba, Malada, Hazar, Shaul, Bela, Ezim, Eltolad, Bethel, Hormah, Ziklag, Beth Markaboth, Hazar, Susa, Beth Lebaoth, Lebaoth, and Sharuhen, 13 towns and their villages. Ain, Rimmon, Ether, and Ashon, 4 towns and their villages, and all the villages around these towns as far as Bela, Beor, Ramah, and the Negev. This was the inheritance of the tribe of the Simeonites, according to its clans. The inheritance of the Simeonites was taken from the share of Judah because Judah's portion was more than they needed. So the Simeonites received their inheritance within the territory of Judah. Allotment for Zebulun. The third lot came up for Zebulun according to its clans. The boundary of their inheritance went as far as Sered. Going west, it ran to Merilah, touched Debesheth, and extended to the ravine near Jokneam. It turned east from Sered toward the sunrise to the territory of Kisloth Tabor and went on to Dabereth and up to Japhia. Then it continued eastward to Gath Hefer and Eth Kazin. It came out at Rammon and turned toward Nia. There the boundary went around on the north to Hanathon and ended at the valley of Ifta El, including where Kadath, Nahath, Nahalel, Shimron, Idalah, and Bethlehem. There were 12 towns and their villages. These towns and their villages were the inheritance of Zebulun according to its clans. Allotment for Issachar. The fourth lot came out for Issachar according to its clans. Their territory included Jezreel, Keseth, Kesaloth, Shunem, Hapharim, Shion, Anhareth, Rabbith, Kishhion, Eber, Remeth, En-Ganim, En-Hadad, and Beth Pazez. The boundary touched Tabor, Shahazuma, and Beth Shemesh, and ended at the Jordan. There were 16 towns and their villages. These towns and their villages were the inheritance of the tribe of Issachar, according to its clans. Allotment for Asher. The fifth lot came out for the tribe of Asher according to its clans. Their territory included Helkath, Hali, Beaton, Akshaph, Alamech, Amid, and Mishal. On the west, the boundary touched Carmel and Shihor, Libnah. It then turned east toward Beth Dagon, touched Zebulun and the valley of Ifta El, and went north to Beth Emek and Neo, past Cable. On the left, it went to Abdon, Rehob, Hammon, and Canath, as far as Greater Sidon. The boundary then turned back toward Ramah and went to the fortified city of Tyre, turned toward Hassa, and came out at the Mediterranean Sea in the region of Akzib, Yuma, Aphek, and Rehob. There were 22 towns and their villages. These towns and their villages were the inheritance of the tribe of Asher according to its clans. Allotment for Naphtali. The sixth lot came out for Naphtali according to its clans. Their boundary went from Haleph and the large tree in Zanim, passing Adami, Nekeb, and Jabneel to Lacham and ending at the Jordan. The boundary ran west through Aznoth, Tabor, and came out at Hukkok. It touched Zebulun on the south, Asher on the west, and the Jordan on the east. The fortified towns were Zidim, Zir, Hamath, Rakkath, Kinnereth, Adamah, Ramah, Hazor, Kadesh, Adriel, Enhazer, Iron, Migdal, El Horam, Beth Anath, and Beth Shemesh. There were 19 towns and their villages. These towns and their villages were the inheritance of the tribe of Naphtali, according to its clans. Allotment for Dan. The seventh lot came out for the tribe of Dan according to its clans. The territory of their inheritance included Zorah, Eshtaol, Irshemesh, Shalabin, Ajalon, Ithla, Elon, Timnah, Ekron, Altika, Gibbethon, Baalath, Jehud, Beni Barak, Gath Rimmon, Mejarkon, and Raycon, with the area facing Joppa. When the territory of the Danites was lost to them, they went up and attacked Leshem, took it, put it to the sword, and occupied it. They settled in Leshem and named it Dan after their ancestor. These towns and their villages were the inheritance of the tribe of Dan, according to its clans. Allotment for Joshua. When they had finished dividing the land into its allotted portions, the Israelites gave Joshua son of Nun an inheritance among them, as the Lord had commanded. They gave him the town he asked for, Timnah, Serah, and the hill country of Ephraim, and he built up the town and settled there. These are the territories that Eleazar the priest, Joshua son of Nun, and the heads of the tribal clans of Israel assigned by lot at Shiloh in the presence of the Lord at the entrance to the tent of meeting. And so they finished dividing the land. Cities of refuge. Then the Lord said to Joshua, "Tell the Israelites to designate the cities of refuge as I instructed you through Moses, so that anyone who kills a person accidentally and unintentionally may flee there and find protection from the avenger of blood. When they flee to one of these cities, they are to stand in the entrance of the city gate and state their case before the elders of that city. Then the elders are to admit the fugitive into their city and provide a place to live among them. If the avenger of blood comes in pursuit, the elders must not surrender the fugitive because the fugitive killed their neighbor unintentionally and without malice aforethought. They are to stay in that city until they have stood trial before the assembly and until the death of the high priest who is serving at that time. Then they may go back to their own home in the town from which they fled." So they sent apart Kadesh in Galilee and the hill country of Naphtali, Shechem and the hill country of Ephraim, and Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron, and the hill country of Judah, east of the Jordan, on the other side of from Jericho. They designated Bezer in the wilderness on the plateau in the tribe of Reuben, Ramoth in Gilead in the tribe of Gad, and Golan in Bashan in the tribe of Manasseh. Any of the Israelites or any foreigner residing among them who killed somebody accidentally could flee to these designated cities and not be killed by the avenger of blood prior to standing trial before the assembly. Joshua chapters 21 and 22. To be continued. To be continued, what does the Bible really say? As Joshua chapter 19 and 20, NIV version, coming from Bullhead City, Arizona. And that's all I got. Peace out, yo. Angel Tsunami out.